Okay, hi everyone. To be honest, I don't plan on streaming this just now, but because tomorrow we are going to do IDV, right? It's gonna be rough because I'll need a win for this, so it's gonna take long, and then I have yet to do when the alarm sounds. So I'm planning to do IDV tomorrow and then when the alarm sounds. But I think I'm gonna do when the alarm sounds first. Then after this, let's see how long the Great Trickster is. But yeah, after I do the Great Trickster, we're gonna take like, I don't know, a couple of hours of break. And then we're gonna do when the alarm sounds. And then I think by then I should be able to play IDV, because NAEU and Asia, I kind of want to get their timing around the same time. So I do everything in a single round. A single stream, sorry. But yeah. What else? But yeah, I think that's it. So let's start with the Great Trickster. We have to do the survey first. I'm quite curious of how Nor's skill are, because I didn't watch the skill showcase. We have Jackie Chan. I think his name in Chinese is Chen Long, right? He keeps slouching.
Do you feel ready to discuss it?
I don't know. Let's try you.
Oh please, I know how to use it.
Okay, let's... Okay,
Get ready, aim. Hold on, psychiatrist at work. Keep calm. Let's aim. Pick yourself up. Let's go. Fire. Need to reshoot. It got some trouble brewing. Drops, get ready. A simple arcane trick. The audience will love this. Give this a taste. From the top. Bang, bang. Get ready. Need to reshoot.
Your end draws me shallow, Master.
Wait for the pop. Let's sing. Pick yourself up. Let's go.
Flee, mortals!
Three, two, one. Action. Three, two, one. Action. Three, two, one. Action.
They actually reused the church model from previous
Dreams.
scenes.
Ready? Aim? Oh please, I know how to use it. A simple arcane trick. I've got some travel brew. Stay put! This'll hurt longer if I miss. I will be watching you. Oh, don't stare at it for too long. Fresh from the crucible.
Hell's Gates! Hell's Gates!
Get ready! Now presenting Bingler's Mirror. Props, get ready, aim. Wait for the pop! You must see your true self. Yes, this is perfect. Fire! Oh please, I know how to use it. Need to reshoot.
No, that's
A
Kakania's.
simple arcane trick. Props, get ready. I've got some.
Shall I, Master?
Bang, bang. Focus. Ha! My crucible really has a mind of its own. Three, two, one, action.
Okay, we can enter now. The art of storytelling in film began the moment directors realized the audience could weave meaning between scenes.
Thus came in the technique of montage.
Delicate blue light sculpts the edge of Nora's cheekbone, and in her eyes the reflection of a glowing screen. Once sound was only a dream, then a distant companion, onward until sound and image became inseparable, and now we live in the era of digital editing. The screen's flashes reflect in Nora's eyes. What will come next? Movies projected straight from my mind to the audience, or visuals seamlessly stream into theirs? Beneath the rapid flicker of the convex screen lies a colorful composition formed by thousands of units distorted faintly along the curved glass. Nora slides the cursor with precision, placing a clip neatly onto the editing timeline. The tools get slicker, but the core of the story is the same old song we've always sung. Frame, select, position, merge.
Try as we might to disguise it, stories are just lies with good marketing.
Beneath a crescendo of keystrokes and mouse movements, Nora's pointer shifts her video segments from one track to another. On the screen, the man's tear-streaked face hangs in the delicate balance between despair over death and elation for rebirth. A single crisp noise, then all is dark. There is nothing in the silence, nothing but the dark. The fan keeps spinning for a moment longer, dwindling to put a stop on. The fan keeps spinning for a moment, dwindling to a stop under its own inertia. A blackout? The neighborhood outside is a curtain of darkness. At least that confirmation saves her the trouble of another breaker box routine. Damn it, the footage I just cut. Don't tell me it's all lost. There's no way this software doesn't autosave, right? So this is the curse of new tech, huh? Cutting edge but unreliable when it really matters. I guess every solution starts off as a band-aid for a disaster. Thank God it was just some test footage. If it were an actual film. Nora drums her fingertips on the rim of her wheel, with sharp. Nora drums her fingertips on the rim of her wheel, the sharp clicks and soft reverberations grounding her, a reminder not to linger too long in hypotheticals. If this were an actual film, I'd be hitting save every few minutes just to keep sane. After composing herself, Nora tilts to one side, her voice calm and low as she speaks to the wheelchair.
Hagabina.
Let's roll on over to Nora's set. Two puppets on either side of her wheels move deftly in response, ushering Nora to its studio. Nora's set, as she calls it. Oh wow, it's all colors. The final one is white. Okay. Stage 1 red. Even the pitch dark Nora manages her way into the studio with ease. Arching, fire up a spare generator. Archie, Otto, get the lights. The trio puppets scurry out from the wheelchair. They are small, animated figures buzzing noisily before the miniature generator starts whirring. Shadows shift as her puppets flit through the darkness. With the generator now humming, one of them hurries toward the spotlight. The puppet fumbles in the darkness, misaligning its aim. The spotlight beams into Nora's eyes, still fragile from the lack of light. Reacting on impulse, Nora raises her hand against the light. Her displeasure saturates the puppets' wooden minds like an unspoken command. In its rush to fix the spotlight, the puppet Archie trips over the complex mesh of wires in the shadows, setting off a cascade of entanglements. Like a row of dominoes collapsing in the dark, the chaos builds with each moment careening into disaster. The other puppets freeze on the spot, their wooden limbs stiff with hesitation, while Archie, overwhelmed, twists and writhes on the floor, its non-existent wooden spine bending in imagined distress. Nora has twisted away from the lamp as she slowly allows her eyes to adjust to the red twilight. Oh. Surrounded by vivid red, Nora's gaze locks onto the clear divide between her dark silhouette and the glowing wall. Red is blood and passion. It's also the fading light of dusk, the fires of damnation, and the tenderness and the tenderest warmth. She lets her mind now alight with ideas, flowing seamlessly into the fiery crimson hue. The confusion clouding Archie's mind fades as it figures out how to move its own body. It seems unsure how or even whether it should rectify its misstep. Stop. Archie's extended hand is suspended in the air, and the red light's edge swells around her shadow. Flames, fire, the genesis of civilization. Creation and destruction, an endless cycle, eternal and unstoppable. Nor lets her mind wander, drinking the vivid singular hue. Catching the ripples of her delight, Archie falls over and lies flat on the floor. Flames, my desire, swelling and rising, devouring with every breath. She traces the curves of her hand, imagining a tiny fire resting within her palm. This fire is what has kept me burning. Well, I'll be damned. You've actually got a professional setup going on here. Urchin and Cheesing enter behind Noir. The still air of the room is punctuated by the soft clack of Cheesing's lollipop tapping her teeth. The sound feels heavy, as if dropping to the floor before it can travel any further. Square boxes, boxes with light, boxes with button. What's the deal with all this stuff? Cheesing's eyes sweep across the room, finding little to be impressed with. Her hand comes to hover over some machinery. She gives it a curious tap before her fingers inch toward the inviting buttons. This stuff costs more than most people make in a lifetime. Cheesing scoffs, hovering her fingers over the tempting buttons. It's probably best if you don't touch anything, and it might be a good idea to put on some slippers while you are. It might be a good idea to put on some slippers while you are in here. She tucks on Cheesing's clothing, tilting her head up so that it nearly rests on her shoulder. Being shorter, if just barely, she always finds herself tilting her head up toward her. She avoids meeting Cheesing's eyes. Slippers are by the door. They're disinfected. Grab any pair that fits. Cheesing scans her eyes over to a cabinet filled with identical white slippers. The urchin, accustomed to the routine, trades her boots for slippers and sets her footwear by the door. You must get a lot of traffic in here to have all those things. You must get a lot of traffic in here to have all of those things. There always seems to be someone that needs to go over things here. Noah strides over to the printer, looking back with a half smile. Let me guess, you forgot the script we gave you, right? We are going to need it. Don't worry, I'll print out another copy. Teresa, would you go through the notes I jotted down earlier? Of course. Cheesing casts a sharp look at Noor before following Teresa to the slipper rack, giving no thought to the size. So you said you make movies. Anything I would have seen? Do any of those posters look familiar to you? Noor's reply drips with condensation. Their tension feels like a rubber band about to snap. With every intention of ignoring the posters, she leans over the devices near her, trying to decipher their English labels. She scans them methodically before arriving at a particular oddity. Is this a handheld camera? How old is this thing? She takes the bulky handheld camera and turns it over in her hands, scrutinizing it from all angles. That's the first camera I ever owned. It's been with me for more than a decade. I've never had the heart to let it go. A decade. Chasing looks up with concealed astonishment. Cameras like this have only just started showing up in the local markets. It's a Super 8 camera. I think I was 18 when I got it. You've been shooting movies since you were a kid? No, not. That's around the same age I started writing scripts, about 15 or 16. You two go that far back then? She places the camera down delicately as if it were a priceless antique. Actually, we met at university. We were in the same class. Oh. Ji-Sing returns to the camera before shifting back to the duo as they set out their papers. And I would have just been another girl pouring drinks at a street corner ice house. Making movies was never even on my radar. Until I happened to be there to scare off some creep trying to hit on a girl. Now you two weirdos are telling me I'm lead actress material. She eyes them from head to toe and back again, trying her best to conceal her real thoughts. She breathes the lingering silence again. See? She suddenly feels the urge to withdraw into the silence, but that's never been her way. Less than an hour ago, I stepped into a high-end car, stepped out into a mansion, ditched my busted-up sneakers at the door, and walked into someone else's life. I always figured life-changing moments came at you with a bang, like an egg exploding in a microwave, something you could pinpoint down to the second. But it's funny. Once you're finally in your stride, you forget exactly where it all began. All I know is I feel like this is a whole new stage for my life. Ji-Sing removes the lollipop from her mouth. Keeping her composure, she turns back around, determined not to show her growing sense of envy. So, how did this all start out? I mean, when did we start working together? Chen glances quickly at Norse, turned back. Not that, I mean just finding your passion and sticking with it. She had loved painting once, then playing the harmonica, but her passion for them always dwindled away. The struggle for survival and sustenance grew like an overinflated balloon, leaving no room for anything else in her mind. Steering clear of her father's former cellmates, covering rent for the month, staying alive, figuring out how to spend even less just to get by, endlessly innovating new ways to make it to the next day. She had fought every day against life, against hunger, and strict reform school teachers, while these two indulged in their hobbies, basking in the gentle warmth of privilege. Is this what the world looks like behind those spotless marble walls? I just wanted to write, so I did, and I kept at it. Ji-Sing waits, but Teresa seems to have flustered over what to say. She works better with a pen in hand, crossing out and rewriting words until her ideas take shape.
開頭
It started as a simple slip of the tongue. Nora, still standing at the printer, picks up the dropped conversation. I remember my mother reading me a bedtime story. She told me that the princess shouldn't have taken a bite of that apple. But I couldn't help thinking, how would that even make any sense? Then the princess would be stuck in that cottage with those weird bearded guys forever. The story would lose all its appeal. And then I asked myself, what if she didn't eat the apple? Then what would happen next? I imagined her finding a bear, one followed by a hunter, or perhaps saving a villager that she'd fall in love with. The printer drones on as Nora gathers a portion of the script and turns to face Ji-Sing. That's when I decided I'd create my own stories. Sounds like you should have been a screenwriter like Little June here. Hearing someone over 10 years her junior call her Little June, Teresa feels compelled to say something but ultimately bites back her words. Words weren't enough for me. Flipping through that fairy tale, I came to a conclusion. Pictures could carry my story farther than words ever could. But even that wasn't enough. I wanted to be taken seriously. And what was taken seriously? Movies, television, mediums that captivate the masses. Each moving image adds layers of story. Then the music, each part amplifying the narrative.
所以
That's why I picked up a camera, because I wanted to tell my story through its lens. But even now it still isn't enough. It isn't enough. North flips on the television. The screen depicts a reel of a film burning. I've seen this before. Casing's memories recede back to a moment in time, ducking into the dark of the movie theater to escape her father's rougher acquaintances. I knew from the first time I saw it that this was more than just a movie for this guy. It was always chasing something bigger, chasing the light, chasing the shadows. His camera was pointed right at the rising sun, just as dawn broke. He wanted that shot so bad it let the sun cook his eyes and burn his film. He got his dawn, then it got him. Still, you've got to hand it to the guy.
原來
So you are familiar with my work after all. Nora says as if confirming the obvious.
It was my first hit, the one that really made a name for me in the industry.
The film's last frame was a pure block of red. That's all it took for people to box me into a style. You could say that red gave me everything, but then it took it all away. Hey, we're gonna have a break because I already ran out of water. I'm sorry. I'm gonna... Where is that? It's so ugly, but be right back. Okay, I accidentally pressed something, but it's fine. I made some tea. It should be fine now. What's this? Even while she sleeps, her mind and consciousness remain active, constantly engaged. Here, creativity and inventiveness take form, ready to be brought to life upon waking. Now, let's see if we can all turn it into reality. Tap or hold the left and right arrow buttons to move the puppet around. Note that holding down these buttons may inadvertently skip certain tutorial pop-ups. Try moving around by tapping the buttons intermittently. That's a bad design then. There's a green box covering a blue tile head. Try moving closer and pushing it aside. Tap and hold the right arrow here to move until the box is pushed past the blue tile. I tapped it. I did not press it. The ground beneath your feet seems a bit different. Let's find a way to make it disappear in order to proceed. Tap this button to select and change the color of Noir's mind space. When her space is turned blue, all blue objects will blend into the background and disappear for the time being. Be careful. The spikes below will sever the connection between the puppet and Noir's consciousness. Find a safe route through. The springboard lets you jump one tile in the direction you're moving. Use it across the spikes safely. But watch out for the green blocks. Ahead. They're stacked in a way that can't be pushed, so find a way to make them disappear for the time being. Oh! Tap this button to climb the film's real staircase. The destination is just ahead. Reach it and creativity and inventiveness will spring to life with a new day. That's a funny way to climb. Blue. I wonder what blue is, cause red took her legs away. Miss Noir? Vitals are stabilizing. We should begin immediate. I'm sorry, but the patient is still unconscious. I can't answer your questions right now. The instant Nora opens her eyes, agony ripples through her body, fracturing into a haze of static that clears to reveal a sterile blue hospital. But her own suffering is not what first come to mind.
拍攝進度點啊？
What's the progress on the film? Her assistant springs Her assistant springs to attention the moment she hears Nora's voice, like a puppet pulled up on a string. You're awake. Her last recollection is vivid. The glare of harsh light, a feeling of weightlessness, the crushing impact, and the sound of shattering glass. Pain and panic creeping in.
我問你啊，
What's the progress on the film? The flow of her breath carries the words out of her mouth weakly, still muddied by her scattered dreamlike stupor, the urgency of it overcoming all obstacles.
片場嗰邊
The film is on hold for now. Everyone was too exhausted to go on, so I suggested they go home and rest. The writing team still brainstorming the bleak climax. They need more time to get it down. It was precisely the climactic moments of her latest film, Shadow Spy, that were failing to meet both her investors and her own expectations. The crew had been running on overdrive for months, striving to produce a cut that could satisfy both parties.
而家
Their first priority should be resting up. I need to get home. The studio there was more than just a workspace for Noir. It was where her thoughts came to alignment, where so many scripts had been given life.
跟住落嚟，
Considering your current state, I think staying here would be the wisest choice. Not one to repeat herself, Nora tries to sit up, but her body doesn't move with her. Pain, it shoots through her spine, burrowing into her brain. It spreads to her arms, as if biting through the marrow of her bones, until it stops. A flash of pity passes across us. A flash of pity passes across her assistant's face. Her legs don't hurt at all. Oh. This is... They're still there, limply splayed out under her hospital gown, yet Noir cannot spur them to move. Lynn is sitting at the edge of her bed. She seems to wordlessly offer 1,000 apologies, but it isn't her fault. You don't remember, do you? The car accident after leaving the set? You suffered severe nerve damage. Lynn quickly follows out with another statement, trying to soften the blow. But the doctors think there might be a chance you can recover. Did they find whoever did this to me? She falls back into the bed, allowing her head to sink fully into the hospital pillow. The police came by while you were out. The doctors said they'd notify them when you woke up. How long do I need to be here? They said you'll have to go through some rehabilitation. I don't know how long. The doctor wanted to wait until you were awake. Noah lifts her chin, attempting a nod. What about the script? It was in the car with me. What's left of your car will be in the impound lot. Everything inside is probably going to be evidence. But I printed a fresh copy for you. Let me know if it looks okay. I've also attached some new outlines from the writers for you to think over.
多謝。
Thank you. She takes the script and presses the button on her morphine injector before leafing through the pages. I like to be alone now. Lynn holds a look at her employer for a brief moment. Alright, get some rest. Once the door is shut, Lynn leans against the hallway corridor, breathing as if she had just avoided her own near-death experience. Before she can compose herself, she notices that her colleagues have arranged themselves nearby.
點啊？
So Her Highness has finally awakened? Yeah.
佢咩反應啊？
How did she take the news? She seemed calm. Of course, she'd never let herself break down in front of you. Meanwhile, we were all one nighter away from melt. Meanwhile, we were all one. Meanwhile, we are one all-nighter away from a meltdown.
喂，你話呢？
After all that she's put us through, doesn't it kind of make you believe in karma? What do you think? Was it someone on the crew behind the wheel of that other car? Place your bet. That's kind of rude, my guy. Someone became a paraplegic because of that. It doesn't matter how it happened, at least we will finally get a little break. If that's what you do to get a little break. At the detriment of others.
唉，
Maybe not so little. Do you think the film can survive this? As the realization jumps from person to person, all eyes turn to Lynn. Lynn, you know that company we asked you to look into? Have you heard anything back from them? Yeah, but the pay definitely won't be higher than what we are getting now. Can you handle that?
好過有錢冇命使啊！
Honestly, I think we are trading years off of our lives for this paycheck. I'm not sure. As much hell as this job can be, at least it pays the bills. Each coworker vents their own particular grievances, fading out from the griping. Lynn steals a glance through the narrow hospital window. Nora has propped herself up against her pillow, absent-mindedly biting down on an empty ballpoint pen while sketching storyboards onto the script using the exposed ink cartridge. She hasn't even bothered to pull the blanket over her legs. Alright. The guilt creeps in, no matter how bad things could get, complaining about someone at a time like this. Everyone should head home and get some rest. Sticking around for our diva, huh? I don't envy you, Lynn. Alright, we'll be off then. Dude, she's in a hospital. If she doesn't have any family, you're the only one that she has. At least be there for emotional support, you know. Bye. Their farewell is light and casual. Their voices distort as they disappear down the busy hallway. The door's not soundproof. They're just employees to me. I don't care what they say or think, so long as they follow my directions. And they don't impede my vision. But I can't let this reach a point where it interferes with my work. Miss Noor, the nurse just came by with some news. Oh? Having dealt with some paperwork, Lynn returns to the ward to find Noor sitting up in bed with a vacant expression. Her legs are dangling off the side of the bed, and her gun is dumbly sticking to her legs.
發生咩事？
What happened? Lynn rushes over. I could use some more water. He notices a thermos on the ground by the bed, steam rising from the open top. Oh god. Because she couldn't feel anything, that's why when it fell down on her legs, she couldn't feel it. Hot water? She hurriedly reached out her hands to grab the thermos, only to realize that Nora's feet are dripping scalding hot water onto the floor. The heat has turned the skin on her feet bright red. Oh! Listen, I know it's not painful, right? Because pain is something that, what's it called? It's like an alarm to your body. But it doesn't mean that you have to abuse it like that, you know? Yet her face is blank and emotionless. Does it hurt? She knows the answer, but looking at the burns running down her leg, she can't help but feel the pain for her.
冇感覺，
I didn't feel a thing. It was as if the burned skin had nothing to do with her at all. Lynn hesitates, hands slackening, and Nora's leg slid roughly back into the bed. Oh, sorry. What is it?
Sorry.
My hand slipped. That's not what I'm asking about. Nora looks at Lynn like she would a reel of film. Did you have something to do with the crash? No. Then why do you have so much guilt in your eyes? Because I don't think it's guilt. I think it's more like pity. It's not pity. Like empathy, I guess. Lynn opens her mouth, but the words catch in her throat, and she avoids answering the question. I apologize. I didn't mean anything by it. This is how it's always been. Once she promises to change, Nora stops challenging her. I'm not reprimanding you. I just want to know, why do you keep looking at me like that? There's no anger in her voice at all, even now with her legs burned and the water on the floor silently spreading beneath the bed. Because Lynn can't bring herself to look her in the eye, but she knows Nora will not give up without an answer.
我同情你。
Yeah, exactly. Because you lost your legs. Everyone would be sorry for you, you know? Like you didn't even... I don't think she... I think she cared, but I don't know if she actually cared enough. So yeah, I sympathize with you. Sympathy. The word hangs over her head like a thought just out of reach. Sorry. No need to apologize. Sympathy. I guess I was right after all. Nora picks up the script and writes the word on the final blank page. Sympathy. She says it again, scoffing this time. Perhaps that's why the perfect climax has always eluded me. Her pen draws rings around the word. It's a natural emotion. Teresa, I'm sure, would have appreciated it, accepted it for what it is, but I won't. But I'm filming a movie, something for the masses. I need that kind of resonance for the masses. It has nothing to do with you. She looks up at Lynn.
唔使㗎。
No need to sympathize with me. This accident is no big deal because it won't stop me from making my films. I won't see this as some kind of setback as long as it doesn't get in the way of filming. The conviction in her words begins to turn Lynn's sympathy into something else. Lynn is almost ashamed to have felt sorry for her.
Okay.
I mean, it's human, right? She nods. It isn't her place to set her limits, not now. So what were you saying? Oh. Lynn looks down at her now empty hands and begins searching the room, plotting the accident report resting half soaked by the dissipating patches of water. It must have slid off the table and onto the floor during the commotion. The words have already blurred on the waterlogged pages as Lynn yanks it from the floor. It's your accident report. I thought you might want to read it. Nora takes the damn stack, flipping straight to the conclusion.
係咩？
I ran a red light, did I? Oh. Oh. That changes everything though. Did she get so absorbed in her own movie making world that she actually ran the red light and caused her own accident? North Pro Titans.
但係我記得明明係綠燈㗎。
I don't think you can get colorblind immediately, right? No, but then red and green is always the first ones to go. No, it was green lights all the way, I'm sure of it. I'm sure of that. She turns to the window, catching sunlight reflecting from the trees. Green. With envy? A bundle of white paper is tossed into the brazier. This isn't a bad spot. She lounges in her wheelchair, watching the distant lake with a narrowed gaze. The setting sun's light is reflected into countless golden streaks over its waves.
我嚟遲咗。
Looks like I'm late, June. It took longer than I expected to get away. Looks like I'm late, June. It took longer than I expected to get from my wheelchair to the driver's seat. Your wheelchair to the driver's seat. How are you driving? Looks like it took you a few months. The voice dripped with unveiled disgust. Nora closes her eyes in resignation. You don't seem so worse for wear. With Teresa gone, their mutual dislike has festered into something truly unpleasant. Teasing walks between Nora and her urgent's grave, placing the flowers carefully on her tombstone. I'm not sure why I'm surprised you'd find a way to hate me after all this time. Teasing looks back in anger, her eyes like arrows aimed at Nora. Surprised? Really? Why would you be surprised? Didn't you get an inkling of it at her funeral? Oh right, you weren't there. Nora freezes up, an immovable object to Teasing's unrelenting force. It would be wiser for them both if there was a change of topic. You're the one who has been bringing these flowers. Yeah, what's it to you? You're never here. You don't deserve to be here.
咁你呢？
And what about you? She puts her on the back foot with that reply.
我只係
I wanted to set things right. I messed up the ending of CO7. And now I gotta live with it. Teasing lowers herself until her head finds a crooked rest on the gravestone. Reunion of the three swallows. I should have told her sooner. I actually like it.
但係
Now it's too late. Too damn late. Nora guides her puppets to push the wheelchair forward, her hand patting softly on Teasing's shoulder. It's not your fault. You already shielded her from so much of this. If Teresa had to face their expectations for CO7 too, it would have only been worse for her. I'm sure you have some idea about how far-fetched our investors can be with their profit margins. The banal words find a deep purchase in her. Casing clenches the grave until her knuckles are white.
咁就要用阿君條命嚟換咩？
So is that the cost then for life? Casing at least realizes whose hand is on her shoulder. She shoves the hand aside, letting up to distance herself from Noir. She wasn't meant to have an ending like this. Not her and not Steel 7.
C07絕對唔會向嗰啲人低頭。
Do you
嗰個
think
結局係你哋對佢嘅扭曲。
Do you think CO7 will just bow out and walk away ever? Nah, that's just your own fairy tale. Her gaze falls to the photo stuck on the black gravestone, her fingers unconsciously tracing it. Don't open my eyes to a whole new way of life. Without her, I'd be just another rat scouring the alleyways of this godforsaken city. She didn't do one damn thing wrong. It was you and this company.
我要退出新藝術公司。
I'm done with new art. Casing turns and walks away, uninterested in Noir's response. He moves swiftly along the narrow trail between the tombstones. The weight of her thoughts drags her head down.
我應該早啲嚟嘅。
I should have come sooner. Two months prior, near the set of Shadows by. Sudden recollection makes Noir slam her fist into the steering wheel. It's always market viability with them, isn't it? This is supposed to be CO7's most intense outburst in the film.
情感，又係情感。
Emotions, it's always emotions. Noir pulls off to the shoulder of the road. The busy street pulses with the sound of speeding cars behind her. It's just a matter of time until a motorcycle patrol will pass by to slap her with a ticket. Her nerves are fried from lack of sleep. She's been working herself to exhaustion, trying to face the troubles plaguing Shadow Spy.
我應該點做好啊
Where do I go from here, Teresa?
？Teresa，
The moment she speaks her name, her death is that much more tangible, more real. She was in the middle of a planning session when the news came in. She didn't stop then. She didn't let it hit her. She kept trying to outrun her grief. Well, that's not a healthy way to deal with it, right? But it hit her all the same. While revising her protagonist's case scenes with the crew, Nora catches Lynn jotting down the time for her urgent funeral. What's the point? To say a few words in front of a cold stone, it won't bring her back. They won't hear any of our voices again. Do you think the soul really exists? What do you think, Teresa? Are you out there? Are you listening? Hello, Teresa? A long dreadful silence follows, and Nora's lips curl into a sickening smile. What the hell am I doing? Back in her car now, she fumbles her hand into her glove box, retrieving a painfully empty cigarette case. The case flies out from the car window. A second passes, and she forces herself out to get it. She twists the crinkled foil into a strip and slips it into her mouth. The flimsy taste of tobacco only makes her more restless. She kicks her car door in frustration. A script from who knows how long ago slides down from the back seat. Shadow Spy, it's got the blockbuster appeal her investors wanted, a few innovative concepts to please herself, and even some big names for marquee. Still, Nora can shake the feeling that the script isn't good enough. She and Teresa used to read through new scripts on their own first, then meet to share their interpretation. The only marks on this script are her own. Damn it. Ooh. Teresa had already left the production before the latest script was printed, and now she was gone.
何日君
A virgin. When they first met, Nora only knew that she was Teresa, a girl with an elegant if slight figure and an appreciation for stories. It was only when that graceful girl first spoke of Hong Kong that she realized they had a home in common. Yet though she knew she had another name, between them it had always been Teresa, just as she had always been Noir. But her origin is etched on her tombstone. The name of her friend had died with her.
你再幫下我啦。
Could you help me one more time, June? Noir is overwhelmed by a sudden impulse, a drive that almost seems to defy all reason.
Like the old days.
When we're in my studio, at my place. The engine fires up, causing the car to rumble. After Teresa's grave, help me find the location. I'm sure Lynn's probably marked it in my planner somewhere. At her command, the puppets spring into motion, searching for the location and then proudly displaying their discovery. That's it. With a shift of gears and a push of the pedal, the engine crawls forward. The vehicle cuts through the dust, vanishing into the distant darkness of the asphalt road ahead. So there I am, too tired and too wired. Every light I saw was green to me, even the red one. And bam! A gentle gust of wind brushes past, leaving the white paper in the brazier over. The other side of the white paper is filled with words, losing battle slowly to the growing fire. Well, finally I'm here. Well, I'm finally here, June. You were always the people pleaser, bending over backwards to meet everyone's expectations, and then you'd stand in the background with that "don't mind me" smile on your face, making them all forget just how crucial you were. You're gone, I get that, but how the hell am I supposed to let you go on? Blackened fragments of paper and grey ash intertwined with a ribbon of red below her. Show me what I need to see, just one last time. The heat leaves the spark, sending them over the rich green and shimmering orange until they vanish from view. Oh. Oh no, oh no. Hey. What? I cannot move. Okay. In Nora's mind space, certain contraptions must be activated to unlock the path forward. When the puppet or another object is placed on the contraption, it says activated. Once move away, the contraption reset. Okay, because it resets. Yeah. Can I jump? I don't think I can, right? Yeah, I cannot jump. Okay, let's push you down. Thank God I didn't overshot that. Okay, red. Guess not. I think I'm dumb. Okay. The other side of staircase is blocked. Okay. Purple. On the sofa, a script wriggles like a silkworm struggling inside its cocoon. The newspaper reads Shadow Spy's thing. The newspaper reads Shadow Spy sings Nor churns out box office bomb. It's not the art exhibit calling. You don't give invites to failures.
阿林，
Lynn? High heels rapidly pounding the concrete draw near, followed by the spilling of papers on the ground. What's wrong, Miss Nor?
吓？點解啊？
You're always wearing that purple outfit lately. What happened to the other one that you used to wear? This is purple? This has got old. I don't wear it anymore.
我都幾中意喎。
Oh, I always like that one. Who was that one? Who was that on the phone just now? Just the usual. Telemarketers, nothing important. Lynn sighs as she ponders how long it's been since she stopped reacting to those calls. There's today's paper, the company documents you never bother with, and this is. Lynn opens the envelope and quickly scans through its contents.
一封勒索信，
Blackmail. Really? Nor's interest peaks as she reaches out, gesturing for Lynn to help her up from the couch. Leave it here.
唔該。
Miss Noir, hello. If you don't want this photo to go public, deposit 1, 2, 3, 4, only 4 zeros into this account by tomorrow. The deadline was 3 days ago. Lynn? Noir flashes Lynn a reproachful glance.
佢
Admin assumed it was just more junk mail and tossed it by the shredder. If she hadn't found it, we'd probably never even known. Lynn runs her fingers through her messy hair.
啊，唔係
Well, I guess we'd have found out about it from the papers eventually. She deftly extracts the entertainment pages from the stack of newspapers, covering a mess of half-eaten noodles and crumpled papers. Before long, they locate Noir's photo in a corner of the paper. Disgraced director Stockburn, puppet abuse shocker. The photo was blurry to begin with, and the chip print has left the picture all but undecipherable. Well, so not even my scandals are worth anything now? Nora gestures with her hand, sizing out the space with dissatisfaction. My picture's even smaller than Ajing's. Could this have been someone from the crew? No, it's just a shot of me directing Ajing's and the others during a shoot. Our doll, it's nothing, just a storybook puppet. Nora folds her arms behind her head, clearly unimpressed. I thought they might have dug out something worth giving a flying. Anyway, I should check through those documents.
係關於新戲嘅 proposal。
It's a reply from another financier. Judging from your expression, this doesn't say how happy they are to be investing in the film. Lynn nods. But Nora's expected part never comes. For Lynn, its absence brings a twinge of sadness. A couple of flops and that renowned director title doesn't quite carry the same weight, does it? Her eyes wander over the awards on the wall, and she chuckles bitterly. No hits means no guarantees. These awards are the only thing keeping me fed. I'll use this one to sip my soup at lunch, and that pointy one with the spear that could make for a decent fork might be a bit heavy. Going to square one, a perfect candle holder for the table. Noah rearranges her awards, setting them on the highest shelf on the bookcase. Save for the ones on the far right-hand side, the others have gathered a layer of dust. Miss Noah, please let's stop joking around for the moment. Instead, she gazes with utmost reverence at the row of awards. Affixed to the leftmost award is a Polaroid photograph. The corner of the photo has faded under the steady stream of sunlight filtering through the curtains. At the center of the photo, Noor, Hurajan, and Chishing beam with white smiles. Their hands cradled. Their hands cradling an award between them. At that moment, the cast and crew were grounding in behind them, all smiling. It was the first of CO7's hits. Those were the glory days. Now look at Shadow Spy. The box office is in the pit. Deep in the pit. The box office is still... The box office is in the pits. Deep in the pits. The box office is in the pits, deep in the pits. Still, I somehow managed to get 3 awards for it. All the accolades without the audience. Her eyes don't drift from the shelf.
你幫我
Could you take that photo down for me, Lynn? Lynn steps forward and hands the photo to her.
然後
Now, sell whatever can be sold. What? Sell off whatever can be sold. The company, the awards, the house, the cars. Just leave the studio as it is. But where are you going to live? It will be a shift going forward, but at least I'll still have this sofa. He pats the sofa like an old friend. Lynn is still in shock, unable to determine if this is just another one of the joke. And then, put everything we've got into it in the spring bloom.
你認真㗎？
You're serious? There's a momentarily pause as she weighs her decision once more, then a nod. Shadows by, plain as day, the eyes are smaller. 3 bombs in a row, no one's going to gamble on me now. So it's either this or I leave the industry. I need this one. This is my last chance to prove Nora's still worth a damn. If that won't raise enough, then I'll set up meetings, make some social connections, and get the funding together, no matter what it takes. Lynn can't help but examine her employer. Outwardly, she doesn't seem any different, but it feels as though she has undergone a sudden transformation from within. Social connections? Selling everything that wasn't nailed down? None of this matches the woman she knows, the one who lived in a frozen world of silver salts and a 2-dimensional film moving frame by frame. Now it seems she's entered the world of the living. At last. Miss Nora, I've never seen you like this before. Nora smiles at Lynn before steering her wheelchair toward the window. I realized how much I relied on her until she was gone. Without Teresa, I've got no chance of holding on to my spot in this savage industry. So if I want to stay afloat, let alone dream of reaching our former heights, I need to start employing her. I need to start employing a her urgent state of mind.
呢部戲會證明我已經脱胎換骨，所以就算使晒成副身家，我都要拍完佢。
This film has to be proof of my transformation. I need to put everything on the line to make it happen. Because this may be my last shot. Her smile was beaming in the reflection of the window, and yet it doesn't seem to hold any warmth.
所以
Still studying my reaction, aren't you? Always trying to get a read on me? You make it sound so insidious. Her expression disappears from the glass. I'll get it done, Miss Nora. Oh, by the way, there's a letter from you. There's a letter for you from the hospital. The doctor wants you to reconsider going to rehabilitation. Leave it on the table. He glances back, but Lynn has already left the office. On top of the stacks of tabloid newspapers lies an aqua blue letter. This hospital, the hospital. That envelope matches the sky today. Today your eyes matches the color of your shirt well. Nora sits in front of the window, waiting for without a word for Lynn's reply until the sunset paints the sky a deep orange.
Bossy,
Miss Nora? Oh, you're back. There is a palpable exhaustion in her voice. In this spring bloom, you'll need to arrange your shooting schedule. Right. She stretches in with a soft motion, taps the aqua blue envelope. The doctor can wait. There's something more urgent I need to take care of. the letter is red. So, yep. Okay then. Find a way to push an object onto these spikes to create a safe path forward. Um, I cannot jump, right? Yeah, I cannot jump. Oh. There's nothing though. Should I just die? Yep. I cannot go up. That's the issue. I didn't say anything and it's well. So you know what? Let's see. Red. Nothing. Blue. Okay, blue is nothing as well. Red. Nothing. Let's just reset. Okay, let's reset it. There's still nothing though. What? Oh my. Oh, I'm stuck. Wait, no. I'm dumb. Haha. Right? I'm dumb. I'm dumb 2.0, I think. Let's see. Right? I don't know. Because the only way is I have to do this, right? But then if I do this, I couldn't even get there in time. So how am I supposed to do that? Because that one is overshot. what? You know what? Let's try something. Let's try something. Can't. No, you cannot push this. I cannot jump. Even if I push it here, right? I couldn't even push it anymore. So what am I supposed to do? Oh, I'm dumb. I'm genuinely dumb. Yes, I'm dumb. Do I? No, I shouldn't. I should have pushed it there. Okay, let's go up. Now, do you have all damage? You don't. Yes. Okay. I am dumb. Aqua. I don't think we get a purple color just now. The purple color screen. In the bright, fragrant hallway, a nurse sets a cup of flower tea onto the low table before Noir. Miss Noir, you know you're already 6 months overdue for therapy. The nurse's words are as soft. The nurse's words are as soft and sweet as white sugar. Sorry, I was shooting a film. After in the spring bloom releases, Lynn finally manages to convince Noah to return to the hospital. Please wait just a moment. The doctor will see you shortly. Sure. The nurse offers a slight bow before heading back to her reception desk. Even this private hospital, the waiting area is filled with people. All seats are fully occupied, and at the far end of the hallway, a group of women stands by the wall, engaged in quiet conversation. Noah looks around briefly before patting the vacant spot on her wheelchair. Care to rest your legs for a while? As Lynn looks at Nora's smiling face, she can't help but sigh. Sometimes I wonder if things were better the way you were before. If I hadn't shaped up, then sure and least. If I hadn't shaped up, then sure and Alyssa would have left the company. Did he say something to you? She shook her head. I met an old partner at the launch party. He told me they had already handed over their resumes to him.
但係最後
But in the end, they decided to stick around, didn't they? There seems to be nothing to discern from Nora's smile. All her emotions, good and bad, are locked up somewhere beneath it. Miss Nora, the doctor is ready for you. Please go in. Thanks. She nods to the nurse, who then grips the armrest of the wheelchair and pushes her into the room. It won't take long. I'll be out soon. She turns her head to say the words confidently. Well, judging by the scans, it appears you're recovering well, Miss Noor. The doctor uses a magnifying glass to examine the x-rays, pointing at a set of bones that Noor cannot identify. Based on your condition with some surgical intervention and rehabilitation, we believe it's possible for you to regain the use of your legs. However, I see that you've been refusing rehabilitation so far. Is there something specific you're worried about? No. Noor smiles. Then may I ask why you're refusing treatment?
因為
Because I needed this. Ignoring the doctor's confused look, Noor places her hand over her lifeless legs, gently smoothing out the wrinkles in her skirt.
對我嚟講，
These useless legs and this chair, they remind me that I never want to return to the way I was before. Handel's harp concerto in B-flat major weaves through the air from a distant radio, with only the harp's rich, floating tones drawing the ear. That's it. Noor shuts her eyes, taking in a deep, steady breath. Aqua. What? On the set of In the Spring Bloom. Cut. As Noor's voice rings out, the leading couple in the spotlight pull away from their tight embrace with professional distance, the set around them coming to life with movement and chatter. Water is handed out and makeup is retouched. Crew members flit past the camera's frame, attending to their duties. In the corner tent, Noor and her assistant director stand by the monitor, speaking in low tones. A quick nod from Noor brings the script supervisor, megaphone in hand, toward the center of the set. That's a wrap, everyone. Hell yeah! A wave of energy follows the announcement, but for a few present, the rush of completion is replaced with the impending task of finishing their work. At the far end of the set, two crew members rush forward, holding bright bouquets. They give them to the lead actors, then back them to take a photo to mark the end of filming. The props team is bringing a bamboo ladder out to clear the way. The props team is bringing a bamboo ladder out to clear away the decorations. One by one, they begin to check and count the inventory, making sure nothing is left behind. Alyssa heads back to the director's tent. Tonight, Miss Noor has organized a wrap-up party at Ching Wong Lao. It's been a tough shoot, so we are all expected to eat, drink, and let loose. Let's have a great time. Thank you, Miss Noor. The news of the wrap party in the evening lifts spirits all around. As the crew moves about, tidying up the set with relaxed efficiency, Noor turns to Lynn, observing her quietly. So, what do you think? It's a great New Year comedy, one that oozes your unique style, but with a lot of commercial appeal. No, not the movie. I want to know about the atmosphere on set. What's your take? The crew is busy tearing down the set as the studio begins to take on its original appearance once more. This was the set for Shadow Spy Once Upon a Time. It's a far cry from those days. The set is so full of life now. Your transformation has had an impact on everyone. Noah lowers her head and smooths out the creases in her skirt. Really? Not bad. Not bad at all. With a tender touch, Nora's fingers glide over the fabric of her skirt. It's hard to tell just what she is most pleased by. Right. Right. Before long, Nora emerges from the examination room, a smile on her face as she stares the details of what occurred inside. Once more, that same inscrutable. Once more that same inscrutable... Oh my god. I don't know how to say that. Once more that same inscrutable feeling deep. Once more that same inscrutable feeling envelops Lin. So you're going to keep out your legs as some kind of reminder? As some kind of reminder? It's more than that. They're a balance, or an anchor if you will, a reminder not to lose myself in my own world again, not to neglect the people around me. Nora's fingers run over the fabric of her skirt, and Lin, not sure of it, realizes her earlier suspicion was right. They remind me how much I rely on all of you and the price I paid when I lost her. All along, Nora has been silently thanking her legs. That's why I refused treatment. And I intend to stay like that. And I intend to stay like this forever.
而且
I've told you before that I wouldn't let them interfere with my work. They haven't. But you, Lin, you followed me this whole way. You even sold your clothes. Why didn't you ever consider leaving? You figured that out, didn't you? Figured that out, did you? That outfit wasn't nearly old enough for you to just get rid of it for no reason. She recalls that day in her old purple suit, the day she told her a lie. It's just that I wanted to see what you could do, whether you could really make it work.
咁你揾到答案未？
So did you find out the answer? She gently pats Lin, then pushes the wheelchair toward the hospital exit by herself. The golden rays glinting off the wheel are almost blinding. The high heels and clacking wooden puppet steps fade away beyond an automatic door. I'm going to need you to take care of these doctors again. They've decided I need more physio... Oh my god. They've decided I need more physio... Oh my god, I cannot. They've decided I need more psychological counseling. Okay. There is some quiet satisfaction she takes in. There is some quiet satisfaction she takes in how her once tyrannical boss has become so dependent on her. Okay, water break. Hopefully I didn't accidentally press some buttons again. So, I don't know how many times I have drawn this, but it's fine. Yellow. Oh, that's quite fast actually. Oh yeah, I was going downstairs, right? And then and now the films nominated for Best Director this year are Wang Changmai, A Century Away from Home, Su Liuqing, The Codebreaker, and Noir, Where Shadows Walk. And the winner of Best Director award is Noir, Where Shadows Walk. Congratulations! That's kind of yellow. It's not a gold. I mean, it's yellow. Gold is kind of yellow, right? The day before the awards ceremony. Boring doll tried inane. Several scripts land on the floor. Noir taps the wheel impatiently. Why are all these films just rehashes of everything I've watched since the day I was born? Haven't we had enough of this already? These are all the scripts Lisa screened. There isn't a single one you're happy with? Switching around a few jobs and characters doesn't make a new story. Some of these arcs are totally incoherent. They've just been thrown in to match this year's box office template. I'm tired of reading them. Just imagine how much worse it will be for those poor audiences. There should be a waiting period, 30 years at least, before filmmakers are allowed to use the same old tricks. Let us grow old in peace and try them again on new. Let us grow old in peace and try them again on the new generation. Noor waves her hand dismissively, prompting Lin to gather the scripts from the table and throw them into a waiting trash can. Any response from the writers? Yeah, I keep slouching. God damn it. The company's screenwriting team. When Noor's films returned to the public eye, she was buried in opportunities from all directions. Old film companies with proud legacies, new conglomerates yet to enter the movie industry but eager to claim their share, and even a few unsavory underground organizations. No. However, I hear they are working on a crime flick. And another crime drama. The police certainly have their hands full, don't they? You have 8 meetings today, and 3 of them overlap. Somehow you'll need to squeeze in time for another script. And your first meeting started about 17 minutes ago. Noor is about to speak, but Lin beats her to the punch.
我知你想講乜。
As the head of the film department, it's your duty to assess all new movie plans. And now you've got a boss of your own. Noor's half-parted lips move as if to speak, but then she reconsiders. It beats having to deal with telemarketers. With a casual wave, Noor maneuvers her wheelchair and exits the office. In the quiet of the night following a full day of meetings, Noor finds herself alone on the company rooftop. Across the city, neon lights pulse in steady patterns and headlights streak through the street, of lively performance but one devoid of joy. There's no sound but the soft rippling of wind. Staring out into the faint specks of light in the far distance of the night, Noah takes out a cigarette from her pocket. As she moves to light it, a woman's voice startles her. Miss Noah? Ah. Her hand trembles and the cigarette slips from between her fingers, plummeting from the rooftop into the shadows below. That was my last one, Lin. Noah turns her head, revealing a painfully bony smile. Why aren't you home already? I've been going through the minutes. It's late. Go home. I need a little space to focus myself for a change, alright? What are you thinking about? What else? The film, of course. You're still thinking about it? Noah doesn't respond at all. Noah doesn't respond all at once, choosing instead to look back over the cityscape in silence.
呢度係一個國際性嘅大都市，燈紅酒綠，紙醉金迷。但係我而家只係坐喺度，幾乎一眼就望晒成個城市。
This is a thriving international city with glamour and excess, but from here it feels like I can hold it all in the palm of my hand.
呢度有無數個為夢想拼搏嘅年輕人，一邊住喺豆潤咁大嘅地方捱窮，一邊等住邊日行運，甚至出人頭地。
This is why I cannot understand Cantonese. It almost sounds the same. I'm so sorry. This city is filled with countless dreamers, young souls pushing through harsh realities, hoping for one moment when destiny finally smiles on them.
但係等到嗰啲幸運兒爬到上嚟，佢哋會發現呢度都一樣係豆潤咁大。
And when those chosen few finally get the chance to rise to the top, they understand there's not much up here after all.
到時佢哋會係咩心情？
And in that instant, how does that dreamer feel? The skyscrapers at the limits of her gaze are nothing but drunken silhouettes, with green blazers tracing patterns far beyond them in the night sky. I'd guess it's close to how you feel right now.
唔滿足。
It isn't enough. In the end, the inferno will devour all that surrounds them. Lynn observes Nora at her side, her expression all solemn as she fixes her gaze far beyond the skyline. I'm done with this city. My art belongs across the Pacific, beyond these waves, not stuck between these little islands. Are you curious to see whether I'll succeed, or do you just want to be there when I crash and burn? Either one. Lynn snaps with a faint indifference.
因為我都慢慢變緊好似你咁嘅人。
Because I can feel myself becoming the same kind of person. That's good. That's such a good line.
多謝。
Thank you, thank you. Nora wheels herself onto the stage, her voice muffled at first as the microphone hasn't yet lowered to her level. Oh, you're so pretty, Nora. My thanks go to the judges and the crew. This isn't just my award. This award belongs to all of us. Where Shadows Walk is the culmination of so many people's combined effort and dedication. As she says this, Nora tilts herself toward the crew's seating area, bowing courteously. The crowd erupts in applause once more. It's strange being back up here. So much has changed since the first time I stood on this stage. Nora taps the frame of her wheelchair, eliciting a round of good-natured laughter from the audience. It's tough, loyal, and always there when I need it. If only we could say the same about everyone in our lives. Nora intentionally holds the silence, spotting the faint flickers of awkward smiles forming in the crowd. The loss of a close friend, the crash, the paralysis, I won't lie. These past years have been hard, and I've been silent for much of it. A lot of people had their doubts about me. Some decided to abandon me entirely, and I don't entirely blame them. I've always thought of life as a montage of moments, and with so much behind me now, my picture's completely changed. Just being able to be up here again is proof enough to the world that I'm still going strong. Nora Nora gazes over the sea of faces beneath her. There are a few she knows, but far more she's never met. Her mind lingers on those missing from the crowd, the ones who left the craft behind, the ones who didn't have a choice. Oh, yeah. She pauses, her head bowed in silent reflection, but as she lifts her gaze, her director's persona resurfaces. Because she had to sell everything except the studio, because it's that bad. And then Lynn has to sell all her clothes as well. So if this actually bomb, like what is she going to do, you know?
再一次多謝大家支持。喺今日呢個重要嘅日子，我有一個消息想話俾大家知。
To everyone who supported us, I offer you my heartfelt thanks. On this momentous day, I have something important to share with you all.
我已經決定同以前嘅自己講再見，開始一段新嘅旅程。請大家拭目以待。
I've decided it's time to bid farewell to the past and embark on new adventure. I hope you'll all be looking forward to it. Her eyes sweep over the crowd, their shared tongue and similar upbringing reminding her of the connections they still hold. Until next year, everyone. Amid the audience cheers, Nora makes her way down from the stage. Within half an hour, she and Lynn are already on a flight to Los Angeles. Take one final look. Nora lifts the shade covering the airplane window. It's only a matter of hours now, but then we'll be stepping into the great unknown. Are you ready for it, Lynn? Good night. Following Lynn's words, Nora lets her eye mask slip down, settling down comfortably into her chair. Good night. The runway blurs beneath the plane as it speeds up, and after a fleeting moment of weightlessness, the pale dots of red and green below blur and vanish into the night. The pale dots of red and green. Goodbye. Good night. No, why do you have to give me a puzzle? Oh my god. Please. Oh my god, please. I'm gonna lose it. What do you do then? Oh, yeah. Shit. Okay. Then how am I supposed to get there? Do you have... Oh, I'm dumb. Actually. No. Okay. Actually, this is easier because I big brain the previous one. Actually, big brain the previous one. Okay, this is actually easier. White. Uh-huh. Mommy, watch me. I can ride a horse now. How wonderful. Oh, you don't even have eyes. Mommy loves me a lot. I know she does. Look, Mommy, I drew this. That's lovely, my sweet girl. She was always so gentle and patient with me. Her words were a constant stream of encouragement and support. Mommy, can you listen to the new song I learned on the piano? You go ahead and play it, darling. Mommy still needs to finish chatting with your uncles and... No, that one was too fast. That one was too fast. Oh no. I'm sorry guys, I'm sorry I missed it, but that one was just too fast for me to read. Still, deep down, I always felt I never tried to form a deeper connection with the person I truly was. All she ever wanted was for me to be a good girl. Until... Mommy, I heard the aunties chatting in the kitchen this morning. Yes? They say... Her eyes were fixed on me as if silently urging me to keep talking. Ah, so your mom is a busybody. Then it hit me. I found the perfect hook to keep mommy's eyes on me forever. I need to hold on to this moment and show her a part of myself she's never even seen. And show her a part of myself she's never seen before. Auntie said that she lost her purse on her way to buy groceries this morning. Oh, and then? Auntie searched all along the way she'd walked, but in the end she had to go to the police. It feels like mom is not fully focused anymore. Maybe it's because she already knew how the story would end. But then... I spoke louder to hold her attention. I had to think of something to change the course of the story. Oh, that's why she's the way she is up until she lost her leg. She saw that her pocket was torn and her wallet slipped into the lining of her pants. So the wallet wasn't lost after all. But actually it was all just a dream I had last night. I made it all up. I made up a lie to get her attention and then made up another one to keep it. So next time you should tell me that part of the story first. But if I had told you that first, how would I have managed to hold your attention? As she walked away, it was like she was stepping into a heavy fog formed by other. As she walked away, it was like she was stepping into a heavy fog formed by her other responsibilities. But she wasn't only a mother; she was a businesswoman, a leader, a manager. It was an expanse of white created by combining every color in the world. It's the best color to complement all the others. Oh, that's kind of scary. That took me by surprise. Without the white, we wouldn't be able to see the red clearly. She hasn't even figured it out herself yet. Oh, the phone's ringing. Bright incandescent bulbs fill the room with a solid white light. Her new studio is practically identical to the one she sold back home. Her first film, an old group photo, and the wheelchair she made the choice to depend on. It's a snapshot of my life, but it's still not enough to recreate an authentic version of me. Nora's fingers danced through her short hair, her head gracefully tilting to the right. A green light. Is this green metaphor really enough? She absorbed herself in thought. Or perhaps we need to alter the order of the... Or perhaps we need to alter the orders of colors as they emerge from the darkness. She mumbles. Standing in front of that grave, Keating will be so angry with me. Nora nonchalantly waves her puppets away. They retreat back into her wheelchair. Maybe it's because I can only think of Teresa in situations like this. Lost in her thoughts, the wheelchair slowly rolls her back to the computer.
What do you think that was? A memory? Or a story?
Are you serious? She broke the fourth wall for us. Oh my god. Bro, I was played by her. I was played by her. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is so fun. This is actually so fun. Oh man. The pot keeps cooking.
Do you think that's true? Really?
Stop it. Stop it. Oh. Noir powers up the computer and the blue glow washes over her face.
Try as we might to disguise it, stories are just lies with good marketing.
I'm stunned. Oh my god. And you are the observer of this little and you are the observer to this little tale. So you alone have the power to judge. Oh my god, I was played by her. Oh. Oh my god. I mean, it is in the thingy, right? The Great Trickster. So yeah, this is the last one. So let's see. Do not. Oh no. Why is it half? Can I? Oh my. Oh no. Okay. Let's see. Actually, let me do this. Let me do that. There's a black. Okay, how many do I need? Okay, so I kind of need like the lowest first, right? So that one is the lowest. That one is also the lowest. Oh yeah, that kind of makes sense because you kind of need like the lowest. Okay, I guess that guy can. No, you have to do this way, I think. Okay. Okay, let's see. But then how do you get up? Ah, okay. Yeah, I had the right mind. Let's do green so I can actually see. Okay, let's drop you first and then let's drop you all the way there. I'm sorry, I was scared. I'm a scary cat. Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, okay. Please. Actually, no, green. Uh-oh. Okay, let's reset this first. Because I think I made a mistake. Because I think that we're supposed to stack them all together. So can go here first. I think, right? Yeah. Then how am I supposed to do this? Damn it. Because I kinda need it to. Yeah. Hmm. Okay, let me try something. Push you first. Yeah. And then you. Okay, so this is the wrong one. Oh, sorry. Because I made things complicated for myself, it shouldn't be that hard, you know? Because it was like a mobile game. So yeah, I made myself like harder, I think. Yeah. Too big brain. Oh, thank God. Okay, we finished everything. So yeah, we finished this. What else? I don't think there's. Oh yeah, there's when the alarm sounds. So it'll be later because I need my throat to rest a bit. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on next stream. Bye.